प्रेजेंटेशन विजिबल है मैम?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. You can start. We are waiting. Huh?
Good morning, everyone. Myself Ritika Tiwari, and our group is here to present our math project, which is on cross ratio. A cross ratio is a small topic under bilinear transformation. Our group members are Dhananjay Prajapati, Swati Pal, Sonal Sahani, Bhavin Gaikwad, me Ritika Tiwari, and Lakshit Reddy. We are doing this project under the supervision of Dr. Tina Trivedi. So let's get a basic idea about what cross ratio is. It is a part in geometry which is also called as double ratio and an harmonic ratio. It is a number associated with a list of 4 collinear points that is basically on a projective line. In the diagram given beside, there are 4 points A, B, C, and D. And the cross ratio is defined as ABCD is equal to segment AC into segment BD upon segment BC into segment AD. The distance between every point can be determined through the orientation of the line, and the distance is measured as projected into Euclidean space. The point D is the harmonic conjugate of C with respect to point A and point B. Also, the cross ratio, if the cross ratio of the quadruple is -1, it is also called as harmonic ratio. The definition of cross ratio is if W1, W2, W3, and W4 are points in extended complex plane, then its cross ratio is denoted by W1, W2, W3, W4 and is defined as W1, W2, W3, W4 is equal to W1 minus W2 into W3 minus W4 upon W2 minus W3 into W4 minus W1. The theorem of cross ratio is if Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 are points in Z plane and the corresponding image in the W plane is W1, W2, W3 and W4 under the bilinear transformation, then their cross ratios are equal. It can be also written as Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4 is equal to W1, W2, W3 and W4. The useful results of cross ratio is if there are 3 points of Z plane like Z1, Z2, Z3 and the corresponding points are of W plane are W1, W2 and W3. They are associated with bilinear transformation can be found by the formula that is Z minus Z1 Z2 minus into Z2 minus Z3 upon Z1 minus Z2 into Z3 minus Z is equal to W minus W1 into W2 minus W3 upon W1 minus W2 into W3 minus W. The theorem will be proved by Dhananjay Prajapati.
Thank you, Ritika. So, my name is Dhananjay Prajapati. Good morning, Tina ma'am and my dear student. So I am going to prove the theorem of the cross ratio. So basically, theorem of the cross ratio said that if we map the z plane into w plane, the cross ratio of z plane is equal to the cross ratio of w plane as said by the Ritika. So let's move to the theorem. We have to prove that the cross ratio of W plane is equal to the cross ratio of Z plane. So the cross ratio of W plane can be we denote as W minus W1 into W2 minus W3 upon W1 minus W2 into W3 minus W is equal to Z1 minus Z2, Z2 minus Z3 upon Z1 minus Z2 into Z3 upon Z. So according to the bilinear transformation, the relation between z plane and w plane is denoted by w equal to az plus b upon cz upon d. So we mark that equation as a number 1. So for the point w1, the z becomes z1. So the relation between z plane and w plane for w1 is become w1 equal to az1 plus b upon cz1 plus d. We mark it as equation number 2. For W2, it's become AZ2 plus B upon CZ2 plus D. We mark as equation 3. Now for the W3, the formula become AZ3 plus B upon CZ plus D. So in the left hand side, we have to prove that W1 minus W2 and W3 minus W2 minus W3 upon W1 minus W2 and W3 minus W3 equal to the cross ratio of Z. So we have to first find the value of the left hand side. So we are moving to find the value of the left hand side, that is W minus W1, W2 minus W3 and W1 minus W2 and W3 minus W. So let's move. So first we have find W minus W1. So the value of W is AZ plus B upon CZ plus D minus, and the W1 value is AZ1 plus B upon CZ1 plus D. Then in the next step we cross multiply it. So our equation become AZ plus B CZ1 plus D minus AZ1 plus B into CZ plus D upon CZ plus D into CZ1 plus D. So now we open the bracket and multiply the each term. So we got ACZ Z1 plus ADZ plus BC Z1 plus BD, and in the next ACZ Z1 minus ADZ1 minus BCZ minus BD. In denominator term will be same. So in the numerator, some terms are getting to be cancelled, that is ACZ Z1 and minus ACZ Z1, and next term is BD and minus BD. So after cancelling the term, we got as ADZ minus ADZ1 plus BCZ1 minus BCZ, and the denominator term will be same. So in the numerator, we see that the AD term become common, and in the bracket Z minus Z1, and the other side BC term is common and Z1 minus Z in the bracket. So if we want to take the Z minus Z1 term as a common, so in the BC side we take the negative sign out of the bracket and our plus BC become minus BC, and we take the Z minus Z1 as a common. So in the other bracket we find that AD minus BC, and the denominator will be same. So basically we found the value of W minus Wn, and we mark it as the equation number 5. So in the next, similarly we can find the value of W1 minus W2. The value of W1 minus W2 it becomes Z1 minus Z2 AD minus BC upon CZ1 plus D and CZ2 plus D. We mark as the equation number 6. For similarly W2 minus W2 it becomes Z2 minus Z3 AD minus BC upon CZ2 plus D and CZ plus D. We mark as the equation number 7. And the W3 minus W becomes Z3 minus Z AD minus BC upon CZ3 plus D and CZ plus D. We mark as the equation number 8. So in the left hand side, we know that we have a W minus W and W2 minus W3 upon W1 minus W2, W3 minus W. So we put all the values. So we got as Z minus Z1 AD minus BC upon CZ plus D, CZ1 plus D, Z2 minus Z3 AD minus BC upon CZ2 plus D and CZ3 plus D upon Z1 minus Z2 into AD minus BC upon CZ1 plus D, CZ2 plus D and Z3 minus Z AD minus BC upon CZ3 plus D and CZ plus D. So here some terms are getting to be cancelled. So we cancel the terms, and after cancelling the term, we found z minus z1 and z2 minus z3 upon z1 minus z2 into z3 minus z, which is equal to the right hand side. So our left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So we can say that if we map the z plane into w plane, then the cross ratio of w plane is equal to the cross ratio of z plane. So the next slide is explained by the Sonal Sahni. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhananjay. The next is the example of first type of cross ratio topic, and I'll explain this example. So myself, Sonal Sahani, and my roll number is 101. So the question is, find the bilinear transformation which maps point z equal to 2, comma 1, comma 0 onto the point w is equal to 1, comma 0, comma I. So before starting, we need to know that what's the meaning of the question. The meaning is, we have a given 3 point in a z plane, that is z1, z2, z3, and a 3 point in a w plane, that is w1, w2, w3. Then we have to find the relation between those planes. So how we can solve that? As earlier explained by Dhananjay Prajapati, that the relation between z plane and w plane is w is equal to az plus b upon cz plus d. So bilinear transformation means we have to find the constant value, that is a, b, c, d. So let's start our solution. First, we label the point which we have given in the question, that is z1 is equal to 2, z2 is equal to 1, z3 is equal to 0, and w as w1 is equal to 1, w2 is equal to 0, and w3 is equal to I. So there is a one important note, and that is, do not change the order of the point in the given question. Because if you change the order of either of z or of w, your answer won't come correct. So for that reason, do not change the order at all. Now let's continue the question. Since bilinear transformation preserve cross ratio, we'll apply the formula as z minus z1 into z2 minus z3 upon z1 minus z2 into z3 minus z equal to w minus w1 into w2 minus w3 upon w1 minus w into w3 minus w. Now putting the labeling values in this formula, we get z minus 2 into 1 minus 0 upon 2 minus 1 into 0 minus z is equal to w minus 1 into 0 minus I upon 1 minus 0 into I minus w. Solving each of the bracket, we get z minus 2 upon minus z equal to I into w minus 1 upon w minus I. Now taking I in the left hand side, we get z minus 2 upon minus iz equal to w minus 1 upon w minus I. Next slide, please. By using component into dividend into in the left hand side and in the right hand side, we get z minus 2 minus iz upon z minus 2 plus iz equal to w minus 1 plus w minus I upon w minus 1 minus w plus I. After solving the above equation, we get z minus 2 minus iz upon z minus 2 plus iz equal to 2w minus 1 plus I upon 1 minus I. 1 minus I we will take in the left hand side. Therefore, z minus 2 minus iz into I minus 1 upon z minus 2 plus iz equal to 2w minus 1 plus I. As we know that the bilinear transformation is always in w is equal to something, from so we can just transfer all the terms in one side and alone w in one side. Therefore, zi minus 2I plus z minus z plus 2 plus iz upon z minus 2 plus iz is equal to 2w minus 1 plus I. Now you can see the term minus 1 plus I we will take in the left hand side, as we have to keep w in one side. Therefore, 2iz minus 2I plus 2 upon z minus 2 plus iz plus 1 plus I is equal to 2w. Now solving the equation, we get 2iz minus 2I plus 2 plus z minus 2 plus iz minus 2I plus minus z upon z minus 2 plus iz is equal to 2w. Now cancelling all the possible terms, after that we get 4iz minus 4I upon z minus 2 plus iz is equal to 2w. Now we take 2 as a common, we get the answer as w is equal to 2iz minus 2I upon z minus 2 plus iz. Therefore, the final answer will be w is equal to 2iz minus 2I upon z into 1 plus I minus 2. If we compare our final answer to the relation of z and w plane, so we can find the constant value which we actually have to find, and the values are a is equal to 2i, b is equal to minus 2i, c is equal to 1 plus I, and d is equal to minus 2. So one more, we can also check the answer. So let's check that our answer is correct or not. So in the question given that the value of z1 is equal to 2, and our final answer come as w is equal to 2yz minus 2i upon z 1 plus I minus 2. For w1 is equal to 2yz1 minus 2i upon z1 into 1 plus I minus 2. So next we will put the value of z1 in this equation. We get w1 is equal to 2y into 2 minus 2i upon 2 into 1 plus I minus 2 is equal to, now solving each of the bracket, we will get 4i minus 2y upon 2 plus 2y minus 2. So in the numerator, 4i minus 2y will come as 2y, and in the denominator, 2 will get cancelled, and again answer come as 2y. Now you all can see that my answer come as 1, and in the question w1 is also given as a 1. So we can say that our answer is definitely correct. So now further, Lakshit Reddy will be telling you about the second type of cross ratio topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonal Sahni. Good afternoon, Tina ma'am. Hi there, this is Lakshit Reddy and my roll number is 99. And in this example, we will be solving type 2b bilinear transformation problem, which is related to cross ratio. So let's get started. So in the question, as you can see that, find the bilinear transformation which maps z is equals to 0, 1, infinity onto points w is equals to minus 5, minus 1, 3. So in this type of problem, what is special is that one point is infinity and it will be either on z or on w, or it can be on both the side. So how to deal with such type of problems? So step number 1, label the point. So you should label the points very correctly. So in the solution part, let z1 is equals to 0, z2 is equals to 1, and z3 is equals to infinity, and w1 is equals to minus 5, w2 is equals to minus 1, and w3 is equals to 3. So z3 will be infinity because we are considering it as extended complex plane, and we should never change the order of the points which is given to us. So in next we will be applying the result. So as you know that since bilinear transformation preserves cross ratio and 3 points are given to us, we have the result as z minus z1 into z2 minus z3 upon z1 minus z2 into z3 minus z, which is equals to w minus w1 into w2 minus w3 upon w1 minus w2 into w3 minus w. So here comes the very important part. Since z3 is infinity, see where z3 is involved. So you can see that z3 is involved in LHS side. So now divide numerator and denominator with z3. So you will get equation as z minus z1 into z2 upon z3 minus 1 upon z1 minus z2 into 1 minus z upon z3, which is equals to w minus w1 into w2 minus w3 upon w1 minus w2 into w3 minus w2. So any term divided by infinity, it directly becomes 0. So now you further get the equation as z minus 0, 1 upon infinity minus 1 upon 0 minus 1 into 1 minus z upon infinity. So you will get as w plus 5 into minus 1 minus 3 upon minus 5 plus 1 into 3 minus 0. Now just you have to substitute the value which is given to us. For z1 is equals to 0, z2 1, and z3 infinity. You will put all the values in the equation. So you will get as z minus 0 into 0 minus 1 upon 0 minus 1 into 1 minus 0, which is equals to w plus 5 into minus 1 minus 3 upon minus 5 plus 1 into 3 minus w. So further you have to perform the calculation. So the value of z you will get as w plus 5 into minus 4 upon minus 4 into 3 minus w. So here you can see that minus 4 and minus 4 is common. So it will get cancelled out, and the remaining term which is left is w plus 5 upon 3 minus w. So here But the definition of the bilinear transformation is that we need W is equals to whatever terms we need. For example, W is equals to AZ plus B upon CZ plus D. So further it will come as Z is equals to 3 minus W is equals to W plus 5. So here Z will get multiplied with 3 minus W. So you will get as 3Z minus ZW is equals to W plus 5. So ZW will come on right hand side. So the further the equation will become as 3Z minus 5 is equals to W plus ZW, and ZW will become as 1 plus Z. So 3Z minus 5 is equals to W 1 plus Z. So now you can get the value of W and you will take 3Z minus 5 on right hand side. So the final answer will come as W is equals to 3Z minus 5 upon 1 plus Z. And in this way, you can perform bilinear transformation using cross ratio. And the further part will be explained by my teammate Swati Pal. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshit. Hello, good afternoon, Tina ma'am and my fellow classmates. Myself, Swati Pal, roll number 70. As you all seen the last two questions on cross ratio, let's start with the third question. It is similar to them, but it is somewhat difficult than them. So let's move on the question. Next slide. Find bilinear transformation that maps Z equals to 1, I minus 1 into W equals to I 0 minus 1. Hence, find the image of mod of Z is less than 1. So, we will be solving this question in two parts. That is bilinear transformation, which is similar to what we have used in last two questions, and by finding the image. First of all, we will label the points, that is Z1 equals to 1, Z2 equals to I, Z3 equals to minus 1, and W1 equals to I, W2 equals to 0, W3 equals to minus 1. So, we'll apply the formula of cross ratio, that is Z minus Z1 into Z2 minus Z3 upon Z1 minus Z2 into Z3 minus Z, which is equals to W minus W1 into W2 minus W3 upon W1 minus W2 into W3 minus W. Now, we will plug up the values over the formula and we get Z minus 1 into I plus 1 upon 1 minus I into minus 1 minus Z, which is equals to W minus I into 0 plus I upon I minus 0 into minus I minus W. In next step, for simplification, in denominator part of both the sides, we will take negative as common, and in right hand side, I and I gets cancelled out. So we get the equation as Z minus 1 into 1 plus I upon Z plus 1 into 1 minus I equals to W minus I plus upon W plus 1 I. Now we will use rationalization property in left hand side. In that, we will multiply and divide the above equation by 1 plus I, and the equation becomes Z minus 1 into 1 plus I the whole square upon Z plus 1 into 1 minus I the whole square equals to W minus I upon W plus 1. By solving, we get 1 plus I the whole square as 2I, and the value of 1 minus I square is 2. So by putting the value, we get Z minus 1 into 2I upon Z plus 1 into 2 equals to W minus I upon W plus 1. Here, 2 and 2 are gets cancelled. In next step, by cross multiplication and by taking all the values in left hand side, we get Zi minus I into W plus I minus W minus I into Z plus 1 equals to 0. By simplifying the bracket, we get ZWI plus ZI square minus WI minus I square minus bracket open WZ plus W minus ZI minus I, bracket close equals to 0. After this, by putting the values of I square and taking all the value of z in left hand side and other terms in right hand side, we get zwi minus z minus wz plus zi equals to wi plus 1 plus w minus I. Here, in left hand side taking z as common, we get z bracket open wi minus 1 minus w plus I bracket close equals to wi plus w minus I plus 1. From above equation, taking w as common, we get w z bracket open w into I minus 1 plus I minus 1 bracket close equals to w into I plus 1 minus I plus 1. And by simplifying this equation, we get z bracket open I minus 1 into w plus 1 bracket close equals to I plus 1 into w minus 1. So from above equation, the value of z becomes z equals to w minus I plus 1 into w minus 1 upon I minus 1 into w plus 1. And by rationalizing the above equation, it becomes z equals to I plus 1 the whole square into w minus 1 upon I square minus 1 into w plus 1. By solving, we get I plus 1 the whole square as 2i and I square minus 1 as minus 2. So put these values in above equation, we get z equals to 2i into w minus 1 upon minus 2 w plus 1. Here 2 and 2 are gets cancelled. Multiply this negative sign with w minus 1, we get the final value of z as z equals to I into 1 minus w upon 1 plus w. So now move on the second part of the question, that is finding the image of mod of z is less than 1. For solving this, we take square on both the sides, that is mod of z square is less than 1. We know that mod of z square is z into z bar. So putting the value of mod of z square in above equation, we get z into z bar is less than 1. From first part, we find that the value of z, and from that we will find the value of z bar. The value of z bar is the negation of the value of z, that is z bar equals to minus I into 1 minus w bar upon 1 plus w bar. So put up this value in above equation, we found that I into 1 minus w upon 1 plus w into minus I into 1 minus w bar upon 1 plus w bar is less than 1. In next step, both I and I minus I is getting as 1, and by taking all the denominator part in right side, we got 1 minus w into 1 minus w bar is less than 1 plus w into 1 plus w bar. After solving each of the brackets, we get 1 minus bracket open w plus w bar bracket close plus w into w bar is less than 1 plus bracket open w plus w bar bracket close plus w into w bar. In this equation, both the sides some values are getting cancelled, that is 1 and w into w bar. By shifting all the values in right side, we get 0 is less than 2 into w plus w bar. We can also write this equation as w plus w bar is greater than 0. Take this equation as star, and here we know that w equals to u plus iv and w bar equals to u minus iv. Take these both the equation as 1 and 2. By adding both the equation, we found that the w plus w bar is equal to 2u. put the value of W plus W bar in equation star, we get 2u is greater than 0. That is, u is greater than 0. That means the real part of u is greater than 0. So, from equation number 1, we found that the real part of w is u. So we can also call is at as call is at the real part of w is greater than 0. So further application of cross ratio will be explained by Bhavin Gaikwad.
Thank you, Swati. Now, good afternoon, everyone. I am Bhavin Gaikwad, roll number 21, and I will tell you about application. Next. So, why do we need to study or learn cross ratio? Nowadays, video recording devices such as CCTV, digital cameras, mobile phones, and car video recorders are everywhere presented. It becomes more and more frequent that traffic accident scenarios are captured by such video recording. The present study focuses on the direct extraction of vehicle speed from video footages by cross ratio, a well-known invariant under specific condition in project geometry. The minimum requirement for an accurate and direct determination of vehicle speed by cross ratio are two image frames of video footage containing the subject vehicle, which by and large moves along the straight path from one frame to other, and the time lapse between two image frames are known. With the aid of calibrated Doppler radar, a control study has been carried out a validate and method to determine the baseline uncertainty. The validate method has been applied to the small number of real-world cases and the results are promising. Experimental results indicate that it is possible to extend its application in speed determining by a camera. So we move to second application. To find the relation between z-plane and w-plane in bilinear transformation, we can use cross ratio method. So for mapping z-plane in w-plane, it is said w is equal to az plus b upon cz plus d. Third application is Van der Pom method. If two lines of segment x1, x2 and x3, x4 has the cross ratio of x1, x2, x3, x4 less than 0, then two lines are partially overlap. And if the cross ratio is greater than 0, then the segments are disjoint or one is contained inside the other one. And if the cross ratio is equal to 1, then these segments degenerates to a point. So we can conclude that to simplistically solve the bilinear transformation method, we can use cross ratio method. Thank you.